Tēnā koe te mana whakawā. Tēnā koutou nā iwi rangatira o te awa o Waikato. Tēnā koutou i na āhuatanga o te wā. Nō reira e te araiki tumu tuhiuhiu. E te Arawa, Raukawa mā. Tēnā koutou katoa. Nō reira e te whare mere. Tēnā koutou katoa. Mr Speaker, as the Member of Parliament for the Taupo electorate, I'm thrilled to see representatives here from Tuwharetoa, Raukawa and Te Arawa. The settlement of the Upper Waikato is significant to the communities that I work hard to represent. This government is delivering on promises to complete final, durable settlements of all remaining historical Treaty of Waitangi grievances by 2014. Just this Monday, Mr Speaker, I met with a group in Cambridge who asked that very question: when would the settlements all be completed? And I assured them, Mr Speaker, that our Minister Chris Finlayson is making fantastic progress with these settlements. It's important to note that the settlements recognise the wrongs of the past, but more importantly, allow iwi to realise their economic potential. The settlements provide an economic boost to the communities in which the iwi reside, which also, in turn, has an investment on the wider communities, creating jobs and wealth in our communities. The Waikato River connects my constituents from Taupo, Atiamuri, Whakamaru, Mangakino, Arapuni, Karapiro, and that's why I'm thrilled to stand and support this bill. This bill gives effect, as the other speakers have said, Mr Speaker, to the co-governance and co-management arrangements agreed with each iwi, and creates, more importantly, the Waikato River Clean-up Fund, $210 million, which will be distributed over a 30-year period. The bill comes into force once the scoping study on the clean-up priorities has been completed. The Waikato River supplies 13% of New Zealand's electricity generation. And just last week I was at the Mighty River Power annual general meeting at Karapiro. But I think the point that I want to make, Mr Speaker, it was interesting to see the wide variety of groups that were attending that meeting, and I think, Mr Speaker, that gives a sense of the number of organisations of which the Waikato River is critical. So iwi were there, sports clubs, of course the World Rowing Championships, federated farmers, a range of tourism business operators, neighbouring landowners, you name it, they were there. Because the Waikato River has such a critical importance to the whole of the Waikato region. As you've heard other speakers say, the Waikato River is degraded and badly polluted. And there are over 80 point source discharges going directly into the river. The Green member talked a lot about pollution, but unfortunately he didn't talk a lot about some of the work that is already underway with the clean-up. And I wanted to mention just a couple of examples. But first, before I do that, I want to come back to Nanaia Mahuta's comments about iwi farming businesses leading the way in New Zealand. And I was pleased to be at the Māori Farming Excellence Awards when my papa took out the New Zealand Award. They are in this area, Mr Speaker, and I just do want to pay tribute to the excellence in farming businesses that Tuwharetoa undertake. So coming back to this issue of pollution, I was at a recent Lakes and Waterways meeting that the Lake Taupo Protection Trust presented at, and of course talked about what they have done to date in the reduction of nitrogen, which of course is a critical part of reducing the pollution into Lake Taupo that has a downstream impact. And also another business in my electorate in Tokoroa, Blue Pacific Minerals, recently opened a larger premise, and one of the minerals they extract in our electorate is actually being used in the clean-up projects on the rivers in Rotorua. And so I'm convinced that work that's been done in our communities will also assist in the clean-up of our rivers. So obviously we're doing work in Lake Taupo, and the focus now has to go onto the Waikato River. It's critical to our local economy. It has been in the past, it will be in the future. I met recently with South Waikato District Council Mayor Neil Sinclair, who's recently been re-elected, and congratulations to him, about all the economic development opportunities that are arising in the district. Many of those have a requirement or have an involvement and touch in some way the Waikato River, so it's important that all of those factors are taken into consideration. This government is providing clear direction and certainty around co-governance and co-management of the Waikato River. We are providing more than words to the concept of partnership that is inherent in the Treaty of Waitangi. I was in Tikawiti with the Minister of Treaty Settlements with the signing with Maniapoto, and that was for me a historic moment as I was the witnessing signature on those documents. It was a proud day indeed. Our government has signed 8 deeds of settlement, and that is a result I'm proud of, just as this is a bill that I'm proud of. Kia ora, ka mutu.